All right, y'all, we're going to take a look at this Boudoir Facebook ad. Go and check it out, diagnose it, see if we believe it has Boudoir low click syndrome, aka BLCS. All right, so Boudoir low click syndrome is when the unique CTRL of our Boudoir Facebook ad is under 6%. And this is bad, as we'll see, kind of in the next picture. But what that means is we're having fewer than 6 out of 100 women click on our Boudoir Facebook ad, aka this is the amount of women that are not simply just scrolling right on by. So we care about the women clicking somewhere on our Boudoir Facebook ad because we know if the women clicked on it, that our ad has entered their brain. And when our ad has entered their brain, that is literally the only time that it's possible for them to buy. So if we're under 6% unique CTRL, that means that our ad is getting into fewer than 6 out of every 100 women's brains. And we gotta pump those numbers up. We always gotta be above 6%. And a unique CTRL under 6% is not normal, although it is the most common thing I'm seeing out there with Boudoir Facebook advertisers spending more than 10 grand a month in Boudoir Facebook ads. This is actually the symptom of a deeper root cause. And the deeper root cause is the 3 pre-click mistakes, which we'll talk about at the end. We also know that a Boudoir Facebook advertiser with BLCS is a Boudoir low-click advertiser, a BLCA. So we got our universe building up here. A BLCA with BLCS is caused by the 3 pre-click mistakes. Also, BLCS is treated with Boudoir pre-click optimization, aka Boudoir Pico, and treatment takes about a week. It's pretty easy. We simply duplicate the original ad, which has BLCS, Boudoir low click syndrome, and we treat that duplicated ad. So we leave the original either on or off, running, not running, whatever. We treat the duplicated one, we run it in parallel, and then after a week, after we've fully treated it, then we keep whichever one's running has the best metrics. And once you're with Boudoir Pico, we now have pre-click alignment. So all right, we get rid of the 3 pre-click mistakes and we get pre-click alignment. And pre-click alignment activates Boudoir brain entry boost in our Boudoir Facebook ads. Basically, we got our unique CTRL above 6%. So we're getting our Boudoir Facebook ads into more than 6 out of every 100 women that are into their brains that are actually seeing our ad. And a Boudoir Facebook advertiser with Boudoir brain entry boost is a dominant Boudoir advertiser, a DBA. So here's our full universe here. A BLCA with BLCS is caused by the 3 pre-click mistakes. Easy treatment though, treated with Boudoir Pico takes about a week. That allows us to achieve pre-click alignment in our Boudoir Facebook ads, and we become a dominant Boudoir advertiser with Boudoir brain entry boost. So my residency on the way becoming a doc. So first part of my residency, went out there, found some Boudoir Facebook ads there that I saw running. Brought the first one, brought it back to the hospital, tested it. So its unique CTRL was 4.3%. So that means this Boudoir Facebook ad is getting into 4.3 out of every 100 women's brains. So that's under 6%. We know that BLCS is present, aka Boudoir low click syndrome. So I duplicated it, retested it. I treated it with Boudoir Pico. It took about a week. And we got the unique CTRL up to 6.88%. So basically, approximately from like 4 women out of 100, our ad is entering their brain to now approximately 7 women out of 100, our ad is entering their brain. So we found out with the original ad, the one with BLCS present, it was wasting 37% of the ad spend every single day, every single month. So if they were spending more than 10 grand a month, literally 3,700 bucks is being wasted. And now what we can do is we can pocket that waste, eliminate it. And so what's that? That's literally 3,700 bucks extra in the pocket every single month. Which was 40 grand for the next year, 40 grand over the next 12 months, literally kind of like phantom profit we're taking in. And then we simply spend 6,300 bucks a month on the new Boudoir Pico treated ad at the 6.88% unique CTRL. And we're getting our Boudoir Facebook ad into the same number of women's brains compared to running the original Boudoir Facebook ad with BLCS at a spend of 10 grand per month. All right, second part of my residency, found another one out there. Brought it to the hospital, tested it, found out the unique CTRL is 1.39%. All right, so we know that BLCS is present because we're unique CTRL is under 6%. And so I took that, duplicated it, treated with Boudoir Pico, and took about a week. Got the unique CTRL up to 9.13%. So basically, original ad that had BLCS, getting into 1.5 out of every 100 women's brains. And then Boudoir Pico treated ad is getting into about 9 out of every 100 women's brains. So insane results there. So we discovered the original Boudoir Facebook ad with BLCS was wasting 84% of its ad spend every single day, every single month. So again, if they're spending 10 grand a month on Boudoir Facebook ads on that original with BLCS, 8,400 bucks every single month being wasted. So we can cut that waste out. It's kind of getting like an extra 8,400 profit bonus each month for the next year. So it's literally 100 grand back in the pocket over the next year by simply running the new Boudoir Pico treated ad at 9.13% unique CTRL with simply 1,600 bucks a month in ad spend. And we're getting that ad into the same number of brains as the original ad at 10 grand a month of spend. Finally had a patient whose original Boudoir Facebook ad had 5.03% unique CTRL. So okay, we know the BLCS is present. Did a lot more with this Boudoir Pico test. Duplicated it, did a lot more treatment. Still took about a week. And we got the unique CTRL up to 15.35%. So that's insanely good. So we found out the original Boudoir Facebook ad was wasting 67% of the ad spend. So if you spend 10 grand a month on that original ad, 6,700 bucks of that every single month is being wasted. So now we can reduce our ad spend by 6,700 bucks a month and simply spend 3,300 bucks a month on the new Boudoir Pico treated ad. And then we're saving, that's 6,700 bucks a month, literally profit back in our pocket because we didn't spend it. I would say like 80 grand over the next year. And we're gonna Facebook ad into the same number of women's brains with only, $3,300 a month ad spend with the new Boudoir Pico treated ad. So what I've seen is the average Boudoir Facebook ad with BLCS is wasting about 50% of its ad spend. I mean, look here, it's the real numbers out in the marketplace. 37%, wasting 84%, wasting 67%. That average is right there, 50 to 60%. So it's spending 10 grand a month. So a 5K a month wasted down the drain easy. That was at 60 grand over the next year. So we can recapture that, put that back in our pockets. All right, now let's get to the main event, the main course here. I'm gonna see if we believe this Boudoir Facebook ad has BLCS or what. All right, so we got below click cluster or below creative cluster mistake here. And the false belief this is where we got a cluster going on before the below the creative. The false belief that caused us to make this mistake is trusting and what Facebook tells us to fill out that we should fill out. But the consequence of this is actually it causes more women to scroll by our ad, lowering our unique CTRL under 6%, which actually makes Facebook more money per unit time because they can serve more ads per unit time, but it causes us to earn less money per unit time. So this is good for Facebook, bad for us. Bringing down our unique CTRL here. Next, we get the looks like an ad mistake. So our creative looks like an ad here. The false belief that caused us to make this mistake is, well, this is how we see Boudoir ads everywhere. So, I mean, if everyone's doing it, everyone can't be wrong, can they? Well, every Boudoir Facebook ad I've taken into the hospital and tested, 100% of them have had BLCS, Boudoir low-click syndrome, and literally wasting approximately half their money each month and each day. So consequence of this, way more women scrolling by our ad, Boudoir Facebook ad than necessary, and lowering our unique CTR under 6%. Finally, we'll look at the See More headline. First 2 3/4 lines, Facebook newsfeed mobile. It's actually these. Want to have a Boudoir session? What if you never feel ready, but do it anyway? All right. Yeah, we get the lack of context mistake here. Pretty common, pretty common. The false belief that caused us to make this mistake is we believe the context we have set here is enough to call in the right people, bring in buyers, but that is 100% incorrect. And the consequence of this, yeah, we're gonna have way more women scrolling on by than necessary. All right, so do we believe this Boudoir Facebook ad has BLCS, aka Boudoir low click syndrome? Yes, I believe it does. So I believe its unique CTRL is under 6% for this one. All right, and if your Boudoir Facebook ads have BLCS and you're spending more than 10 grand a month on Boudoir Facebook ads, and you've done everything else you can see to pull profit out of the business because you see, man, we got more boudoir photographers entering the market every it seems like every day, every week. Anytime anyone gets a new iPhone or a new camera, they're going in the mom groups and offering, creating their Facebook pages, Google My Business profiles, Google Maps profiles, and they're crushing margins. Not as many people buying anymore. And you want to actually get your Boudoir Facebook ads treated with Boudoir Pico so that you can save on average, 5K a month. We can recoup those costs. We can eliminate that wasted ad spend, put 5K a month back in your pocket, kind of as like a hidden profit, approximately 60 grand in the first year. Then DM me. The next day I have my new patient intake. My DMs are closed right now, but if you want to get this outcome, DM me the next day my new patient intake is open. No specific date for that yet.